Why don't we start a bit early? Hi guys, I'm Calamity Joe. Welcome back to a new YouTube live stream on the Calamity Joe YouTube channel. We'll start the stream a little early, why not? We will start the stream a tad early. Because why not, eh? I'm going to comment. I'm going to comment thirsty first because sorry I beat you to it. Yeah, I'm first. Well, technically you weren't. Technically I was. That's true though, Duffel. You can't actually say you're first because by the time you've commented first, somebody else has also commented first. It's just an amazing thing. So if you comment first, at the same time somebody else has also I was first. Nah, it says my comment was first. It does actually say my comment was first. Look, I am looking. It says my comment was first. Me, yours. Yeah, it says my comment was first. It does. Here. It says mine was first. It says mine was first. It does actually. It does. Here. So, I'll put it in a post, therefore. I will put it in a post. I'll put it in a community post a second. So yeah, it generally says my one was first. But that's the thing though. So you think you're first. I said I was first. That's the whole thing. By the time you've commented first, somebody else has also commented first. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to people on these streams. You know, when you comment first, somebody else has also commented first. Give me a sec. Edit preview. Yeah, so basically when you've commented first, somebody else has commented first. So if you look at the post I've just quickly posted, yeah. It does that if you comment exactly the same time. So it says I was first. Hello Poppy, welcome to the stream. So yeah, it says you were first, but also it says I was first as well. It's a really interesting thing. Yeah, if you get what I mean. So that's how YouTube do it. I'm going to delete that now. Hello Poppy, welcome to the stream. Right, I want to quickly find a Minecraft bed because it's night time. Guys, I need to find a spot to build a cinema. There's a lot of highs here. I need a spot to build a cinema. Basically, I tried to build it in the town and I can't do it. In Legacy Town here, it's just too big. It will not fit anywhere. It's too big to fit over here because the build is 30 blocks wide. The build is 30 blocks wide, 39 blocks long. So, unfortunately, it is too big to fit here. The only spot that we could potentially have done it was here, but unfortunately it's just too wide. It's too wide here, and this is only 26 blocks. This is only, I don't know, it's 26, but this is only 29 blocks. I need at least 39, so we need to find a bigger spot to build that build. So we're just gonna try and work out why. I'm not gonna give out any mods at the moment, therefore. The reason I'm not giving any mods out at the moment. That's all right. That's not a thing you should moan at. Spamming isn't an issue as long as it isn't Spamming isn't an issue. I don't care about people spamming unless it's something like they're spamming their own like YouTube accounts in there. I don't care about the spamming. I don't care about the spamming unless it's something like, you know, they're spamming like something dodgy in there. Someone put in hi is like fine. We need a place. So the only place I can think of, guys, I've just noticed, it's taken me all these years to notice. It's taken me all these years to notice, but there's a block missing in the High in the Sky minigame. There's a block missing on this one end. There's a block missing there. We should probably fix that. Quite how we're going to fix it, I don't have a... Actually, no, we got some dirt on us we can build up, probably. Depends if we've got like a nether brick, though. What are we trying to... Well, first things first, I want to build this... I want to build the cinema. But I want to find a spot that I think we can probably shove it. This isn't going to be big enough. I would stick it here, but it's like... This isn't 30 blocks. Hello, Ditsy Moo. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Right, so guys, what we need to do is fix... We're trying to build a cinema, guys. I can't find a spot big enough at the moment to build the Minecraft cinema. To build the cinema in here. So we're just looking around at the moment to find a spot that's big enough to build it. I need a spot that's at least 30 blocks long. 30 blocks wide, 39 blocks long. So the chances of us finding anywhere which is that big is rare at the moment. I do wonder if it would fit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Nope. It's not wide enough. It's 29. We need 30. We need at least 30 wide. We need it to be at least 30 wide. Because the back of the cinema is 14, but then it sprays out 8 blocks, so the 8 plus 8 is 16. 4 plus 14 is 40, so plus 14 is 30. That's one block. Do you know what? I'm not being an idiot here. I'm not being like an idiot here, but we could just move the path one block. Oh, we have to gotta be careful. I sort of flattened this area down a few years ago. Actually, we should check a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Scratch that, it's not going to fit. Because we can't get rid of the path at the other end. There's probably another place which we can find. It would have looked so good. Yeah. In fact, guys, would you like to see what it looks like? Would you guys like to see what it looks like? would you guys like to see what this building would have looked like? Right, it's going to look like. So I designed it on my ideas world. Hello, G ranking. Welcome to the stream. It's going to look like this. The build is going to look like, the cinema is going to look like this. Is this a private server? This is just the Minecraft world. It's just my Minecraft world. We've got a lot of mobs in here right now. The cinema, though, is going to look like this. It's going to look like this. So basically, we need to have a spot that's big enough to build this. And at the moment, we haven't got anywhere that's big enough to hold this cinema. Like, no word of a lie, I really wanted it in the town. No word of a lie, I really wanted this in the town, but we just cannot find a spot big enough. We probably could, if we were being a bit more, you know, we probably could condense it. We probably could have condensed it down. We probably could, you know, condense it down a bit, but I just think it looks nice. You could put it at the edge of the town. That's a thing, though. It's quite first time seeing Nintendo in Minecraft. You haven't been playing Minecraft long enough, then. Nintendo's been on Minecraft for years. What I mean, Ditsumu, is that the edge of the town. The problem with the town is that the sea surrounds it on two sides. We're just gonna head this way a second. Basically, the town. Why don't we use some of these a minute? I've been playing Minecraft for 12 years. I have been playing Minecraft for 12 years. I've had this world for around like 10 years. Basically, so the town obviously is bordered by the hill here, but the sea basically goes around it. So the town is 12 years. You're OGs. Yeah, I started playing Minecraft in 2014. Basically, the town is basically thinged by the sea on all points. If we didn't have these two, we might have been able to do it. We might have been able to do it if we didn't have these two. I'm just 2 years old in that year. Don't make me feel old. Don't make me feel old because I was 12. I'm joking. But yeah, that kind of made me feel old because I would have been 12 the year I started playing Minecraft in 2014. Right, so this is where I would have liked it. How old are you? How old do you think I am? It's been a while since I've watched a Minecraft stream. Cool. I hope you enjoy it. 20. Yeah, I'm not 20. I don't. You guys. The reason I say, like, how old do you think I am, guys, is because the reason I say how old do you guys think I am, because a lot of you guys mistake me for being younger. A lot of you guys mistake me for being younger, which is just bizarre. You know, I've had people think I'm like 14, 15, 16. I've had some people think I'm 45, which is like ridiculous. I suppose we could have built it here, but well, yeah, the town is just there. It's just we're never gonna get it built there. At first, I thought 15. Thank you. I'll take. Bizarre. Is that a no? Bizarre is a word. That's not any reference to that. Whatever that is, I don't even know what that is. But the word bizarre is a British word. Yeah, bizarre is a British word for something that's very strange or very unusual. Yeah, that's not a reference to. That's not a reference to anything. The word bizarre stands for something that's weird. Yeah, I think you're talking. About a bazaar. A bazaar is something completely different. Bizarre stands for something that's very unusual. You would use the word bizarre when you're talking about you'd use the word bizarre when you're talking about someone that said something really silly that's come out of nowhere. You know, something that's in a phrase. It would be something. Say you've said something really bizarre. Oh, that guy said something really bizarre. He said something like really like odd, strange. It would be that was just bizarre. Yeah. Give me a second. Sorry, I just had to mute for 2 seconds. Oh, the YouTube subscribe logo's gone down, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put the QR code. No. What did I just take out? I'm going to take the QR code and put the QR code at the top. There we go. Basically, guys, I've just published a book. I want to license my but I'm lazy every time for no reason. I mean, I'm lazy. That's something that I've always been lazy. I'm not lazy. Depends on in what form. I'm not like. I wouldn't say I'm like lazy, guys, but I always look for it. I always look for the. I always look for the easiest option. Would it work? Don't join some Spanish or Indian server. I wouldn't, because I'm English and I can't speak Indian or Spanish. I know. I meant Hindi. Hindi. That's a language. I can't speak either of those languages, so yeah, the chances of me joining one of those servers are very slim. It sounds bad, guys, but yeah, I cannot speak other languages. I struggled at learning languages. Yeah, I can't learn other languages. I really struggle at them. I can say hello in French. I can say hello in Russian. I can say hello. My name is Joe in French and Russian, but then I can't really say anything else. I don't know. I can say I don't know, thank you in German, which is danke, because I mean I have heard of Erica. I know that's German, but that's a German song for flowers. Obviously not recommended now because it was used a lot during the Second World War. But the song is actually older than that that time zone. It's interesting. Yeah, it's actually singing about flowers, about returning home and flowers. I know it's singing about a flower. What was I thinking of? World War III staring competition. Blimey. Because it was used by certain people, by certain bad people during the war. It's the same as there's old patriotic songs which in the UK that people don't like aired anymore. Never play it in German, I tell you. Yeah. Well, you can play it in German. Just it's probably not recommended to play it in Germany. Hello, Macario. Welcome to the stream. Right. I'm gonna go down here, guys. I'm just trying to find a place where we can build this cinema. I think we might have to wait because it's just there's no sort of room at all. You're monetized? Yes, I am. Which is nice. Thank you. It took me 9 years. It took me a long time. It took me a long time, guys. It is something that basically is a lot harder than you think. A lot of people don't underestimate that. It's a lot of people underestimate that fact about how hard it is to actually get monetized. Because the thing is though, a lot of young people nowadays think it's easy because they see other people do it. Australia's red sky. I have not. I mean, you have red skies all the time because of things like, you know, when the sun sets, the sky can go red. Oh my god, I'm gonna bad back. Jesus. Right. Sorry, I just had to stretch out a little bit. My back's a bit sore. Right, I just got... Sorry, we've got this guy in my friend's Discord server. I think he's a little bit, like... This person's a little bit, like, mental. And he keeps just pinging me all the time. He keeps pinging me all the time in my friend's server. Like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Because basically, no one will talk to him. Because everyone thinks he's crazy. And this guy just tries to ping me all the time. So those things, because of a tropical cyclone. Yes. Actually, right. We're going to do something interesting. Right, what's the difference between a cyclone, hurricane, and... What's the difference between a cyclone, hurricane, and monsoon? No, typhoon. Joe, I'm free of army at all. Are you British? I am, yes, I am British. You're free of army, cool. Yeah, there was no way you would go into the army, Loika. There was no way you would go into the army. Especially when you were saying to us, especially when you were saying to Decepted about about you fought demons who possessed you. Like, there was no way they were going to take a chance on you. Oh, you're British, nice. Oh, thank you. I sometimes get people moan at me for that. I had a person say, "Oh, you're British. I don't like you." I had someone say to me, "Oh, you're British. I don't like you because you did something, because you did this in 1700." I'm like, "Well, I didn't, did I? I wasn't born." What's your user? I'm not playing Legacy Console Edition. I'm not playing Minecraft Bedrock. I'm playing Legacy Console Edition. This is not a cross-play version of Minecraft. So how can I go to the United States? You need money and a passport, but you have to work. If you want to move... I leveled them down. Yeah. It's an interesting one. Every country has done something they don't like. But you can't turn around and blame somebody 300 years later for what their ancestor did. Yeah, if you want to move to the United States, Loika, you would need not just a passport, you would need money. So you would actually have to find a job. Because you don't get money sitting there. Sounds harsh, but it is true. You can get money sitting there, but not in every country. What game is my favourite? Well, obviously, I love Minecraft, but if we're going off what my favourite game is, I'm gonna have to say Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, which is probably older than most of you in this stream. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga came out in 2007. It was the first video game I ever bought myself, and I bought that in 2007. So it's the first Lego game. It's the first game I bought myself. So I'm gonna have to say Lego Stars, guys. Lego Stars: The Complete Saga. What game is banned in your country? Practically no games are banned in my country because the UK is a free country with freedom of speech. Practically no games are banned in the UK. Yeah, typhoon. Yeah, that's what I was saying. A typhoon, a hurricane, and a cyclone are all the same thing. Yeah, they're all the same thing. A hurricane, a typhoon, and a cyclone are all the same thing. It's just a different name. Oh. Philippines don't have typhoons. Well, but that's what they're called. Typhoon, hurricane, cyclone are all the same thing. Just depending on whether it was in the world. Right, I think we're going to head to... Where's that creeper? $40°C. I've only ever seen 40. I've only ever seen 40°C once when I was in Spain. But the heaviest I've ever seen it in the UK is like... Sorry, I just muted because I just got a Discord message come through. Yeah. I thought there was snow there. Snow? Well, yeah, we do have snow. We do have snow, but you know, the UK is cold in the winters, warm in the summers. We do have snow, but it just happens to be. It happens to be the UK has quite cold winters and quite warm summers. In recent years, we've had, you know, very warm summers and quite cold winters. I gotta be honest though, I prefer the cold. I prefer it when it's colder. I prefer it when it's colder just because. Well, I prefer it when it's colder just because it feels better. I hate it if it's too warm. That might be because I'm fat though, but if it's warmer. If it's really warm, like as in the weather, if it's really warm, you hate being fat. If it's really cold, you love being fat. It's, you know, it acts as a warmth installation in the summer, and it acts as extra heat in the summer. Yeah, it's really interesting. Thank you to the people who've watched this stream. 124 of you have watched this stream in the first 30 minutes. That's quick. Can we join? Hello VR Movies Game and welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, this is Legacy Console Edition, so it's a non-crossplay version of Minecraft. If you don't have the version that I'm playing, you will not be able to join, I'm afraid. Welcome to the stream, however. Welcome to the stream. I'm on my survival world right now. I've had this world for 10 years, guys. 10 years. Well, 40 degrees is warm. 40 degrees is warm. I have experienced 40 degrees before. I experienced 40 degrees when I was in Spain. Oh. Yeah. It has got to 40 degrees in the UK before. But 40 degrees in the UK 40 will give extra heat. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point though. Houses are designed to keep the heat in. But that's what the houses are designed for. Houses are designed to keep heat in. So for example, houses are designed to keep the heat in. So for example, you know when you see like a roof, you know when you see no snow. Actually, you probably don't have snow there. Yes, so that's what houses are designed for. Houses are designed to keep the heat in. Because obviously it gets cold in the night. It gets cold in the night. So houses are designed to do that, so people don't freeze to death in the night. Houses are shelter from the elements. Would you dare get 1 million history or $1 every second? Well, 1 million instantly sounds amazing, and most people will go with that. But $1 every second. So I'm going to change this to pounds because I'm not American. £1 every second. That is £60 a second. £60 a second. So 60 times 60. That will be 6 times 6 is 18. That would be 1,800 every hour. Let's have a look. No. That would be 6 times 6 is 36. That would be £3,000 every hour. So £3,600 every hour. So 360 times 24. You would pick up £86,000 a day. You'd practically pick up a good salary every hour, every day. So what was that? What was the number? 86,400 times 365. You would pick up almost I'm just trying to read the number. It's just it keeps changing it to let's just grab a you would pick up £365 million a year. Hello Crimson, welcome to the stream. You're rich in an instant. Yeah, that's not rich though. If you get £1 million instantly, that's not enough to live on. That's not rich, but say £1 million is a lot of money, but it doesn't make you 100% rich. You've probably got enough. £1 million is enough for you to live comfortably for a few years. Imagine in 10 years. But £1 a day, £1 a day, £1 every second, £1 every second, you would have 300 million in a year. You'd have 300 million in a year. So you let that save up, you're practically becoming one of the richest people. 10 years, so 360 million times 10, that's over 3 billion. You'd be a billionaire in 10 years. Hello Crimson, welcome. I mean, I just like anything, guys. That's probably why I'm quite fat. I just love food. I'm on a seafood diet. Seafood, and I eat it. Ooh, pardon me. But yeah, like, I'll be back in a second. I just need to go to the toilet. I'm back. Sorry, just had to nip here a second. But yeah, guys, like the pound a second thing. You take the pound a second. 100%, you take the pound a second, because £1 a second. Why is my computer playing up for? Right, sorry, so I was just looking at something a second. A guy in using my Discord, my YouTube Discord server, changed his profile 3 times in 3 minutes. But I don't get that. I don't get why people do that. You change your profile picture and then you go and change it again a minute later. Right. Right, okay. There definitely wasn't a fucking creeper behind me when I came over here. What if you get through? Well, $300 million is less in the UK because our currency is stronger. Yeah, if you were in other countries, yeah, like you change it to live in other countries, but then if you change it back, you change it to live in other countries, yes, but if you change it back, you get less. So 300 million pounds, right? So okay. 300 million pounds in 300 million USD. I don't want it in rupees. USD in pounds. 300 million pounds in 300 million pound American dollars is 227 million. So the UK basically what you would get for 300 million US dollars, you'd get in the UK for 227 million pounds. Not that anything would get anything for that, because nothing costs 300 million. Now in 10 years, that's not what you got. You get that a year. You've got more like 900. No, 227. That's like 9 outs. That's 9 million outs. It's 200. That's 12 million out. 300 million. Actually, it might be 239 if you added the 15 million, but I just rounded it down. But it doesn't go far enough, in my opinion. These. What's the QR code for? It's for a book that I've just published. It's for a book I've just published. So basically, I published a novel a few days ago. That is very funny. Thank you, Jack the Overlord. That is a... I really like that. That's really funny. It's for a book I've just published. I published a book a few days ago called Jannat the Darkest Day, and the QR code basically takes you guys to everything that I've ever published. Some of these are brilliant. One man's treasure is another man's treasure. It's a wonderful saying, but a horrible way to... I like that. That's pretty funny. I love a good dark joke, guys. I love a good dark joke. I absolutely love that one. That's funny. I'm gonna quickly just you have to spend it, or you could spend that. Yeah, the reason we put the QR code there is because it's better. I think it's a better promotional standpoint. Actually, I'm gonna bring down that QR code a little bit so it's not like. I just want to move it. This is what's really annoying me. Is my mouse is being really stupid. I want to move that QR code not a much. There we go. I want to move the QR code a little bit so it's not popping the dog in the stream. Oh, that is dark, but it's a joke. Which is better, rich or poor? No, well, obviously you don't want to be poor, but then you don't want to be poor, but not everyone wants to necessarily be rich. But the rich and poor thing is based on on how you make it. Like, you know, not all rich people are amazing, and not all poor people are bad. It's one of those. It's you know, I'd love to be not everyone wants to be rich. They just want to be stable. I wanted to bring down that QR code. Put in the the QR code in. Yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, putting the QR code in was basically my idea of not having to put the links in as much. It was my idea of not having to put in the links as much. Yeah, it was so it was so I didn't have to put the links in as much because I was always having to re-put the links. I'm not playing Bedrock, I'm afraid. Small G Big World. I'm playing Minecraft Legacy Console Edition. This is not a cross-play version of Minecraft, I'm afraid. I just didn't. I was gonna jump then, but I didn't. I didn't get the jump right. Right, come on. Let's jump into this bed. I need to sleep. Yeah, guys. So, oh, my hair's fallen out, guys. I just had an itch on my head and a load of hair fell out. Oh, I shouldn't even laughed at that. That is. Oh, I shouldn't even laughed at that. That's bad, but that's funny. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm gonna put a little point on this. What Jack the Overlord's just said in my book, in my new book I just brought out, they catch an alien, and you won't listen to their questions. So the main character basically puts his finger on a life support switch and says, "Fine." He goes, "If you do." He goes, "If you don't tell me anything, I'm just going to turn this off." And he starts pressing pressing firmer and firmer on the life support system until the guy starts revealing information and about who he is. So he does. My character in the book, in the book I've just published, does threaten an alien with turning off his life support switch. Obviously, you know, he don't do it. He doesn't actually do it, but he threatens it. He threatens that he would do it if the guy didn't start spilling the beans. And if you're not British, spilling the beans means like telling the truth. Telling the truth. Still, I can't join you. I do apologise. Hello, country boys. Legacy Console Edition is a non-crossplay version of Minecraft. Guys, apparently I published a book yesterday. I don't know who to, so thank you to whoever bought my book. I've sold 2 in the United Kingdom. I'm Indian, but I was born in the UK. Cool. I shouldn't even laugh at that, but that's dark. That got dark real quick. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm back. Yeah, so the book, guys, I want to, Janav, The Darkest Day, I want to see if we can get as many sales as possible on it. I want to break a record for the most sales that I've ever got on a book. I want to break the record, guys. My record is, I'm going to have to look what my record is, because I'm bad. I'm not a bad person, I'm just not smart. Let's change the start date of this to lifetime. The most is Archipelago 11. I want to see if we can break it. You remember a Guinness World Record? Cool. Wow. I want to break my record. I want to break my book record. My biggest record, guys, is selling 11 books. I sold 11 books of Archipelago. I want to see if we can break this by selling more than 11 of Genev. We're 9 away, guys. We've sold 2 so far. But we sold 2 in 2 days. The book only came out 2 days ago. That's probably the fastest to sell in 2 books, actually. It's probably the fastest that I am to have sold 2 books. Which is incredible, guys. Amazing. So I want to thank all of you for that. But yeah, we're getting there. I've sold 11 Archipelago, 6 of this other book, 5 Attack from Spaces, 3 Witches of Gleeces, 2 Vengeance, 2 Genevs, 2 Gathering Storms, 1 Dollmaker. Basically, guys, I've wrote 6 books. So that's what we're trying to do, guys. I just want to break Genev. Genev, guys, is that's a great one. Long time I've never joined your live, dude. That's alright, country balls. That's alright. Welcome back. There's a lot of people that, you know, don't really watch my streams a lot. But that's fine. I don't even watch my streams a lot. That's because I stream them. No, I'm joking. But yeah, guys, so I wanted to build a cinema today, but unfortunately I haven't got a space just big enough for me to build it. Ooh. Jesus. Yeah, I've never broke a bone, surprisingly, guys. I've never broke a bone. Be back in 2 seconds. I'm so sorry to read that, country balls. I'm so sorry to read that. Oh, hold on, found some oak logs. A roasting competition. I love a good roasting competition. Roasting is fun sometimes. I just want to see if we've got any oak logs in here, in any of these. These oak logs can go to the roller coaster. Yeah, I've never broken a bone. I've injured my ankle. I've rolled my ankle. That's a vid box. That's a Survive Legacy vid box. That can go in there. That is a good joke. I would make a joke about myself in that regard because I got turned down for a job last week. Boosh. For not joining, it's all right. It's all right. I've been taking breaks from streams recently anyway. I've been taking breaks from streams recently anyway because I needed some. I had a bit of a miserable couple of weeks, guys. So these streams. I like that one. That's pretty good. I really like that one. Do you know what? It was pretty scary actually. It was tell you what, it was pretty scary. It was just at the time that I got tortured by a group of mime artists. They did absolutely unspeakable things to me. Congratulations, you'll get there. It took me 9 years to hit. It took me nearly 10 years to hit 8,000 subscribers. So keep going, you'll get there. I'm gonna quickly take a nip to this place here. Take a sleep here a second because it's the closest bed that we got. Yeah, that's pretty good. Cool. I that's something I'm not very good at. I'm not very good at speaking other languages. Right, I'm gonna nip to here because this is the roller coaster that we've been working on. I will admit I like that one. That's pretty good. So we have more than enough wood now to complete the roller coaster. We have more than enough wood to complete the roller coaster now. Cool. Cool. Want to hear a joke about a pencil? Why not? Why not? Everyone put their favourite jokes in. $187 of you have watched this stream in the first hour. We're doing really well on this stream today, guys. I want to see, guys, if we can hit 30,000 subscribers. I want to see if we can hit 30,000 views by the end of the month. There's no point, it's pointless. Yeah, I want to see if we can hit 30,000 views by the end of the month, guys. We're almost there. We were razorly close last night. We were razor close last night to being able to hit. Apparently YouTube Studio is not loading. Can you understand this? Pretty much. Hello, my friend. Yeah, I can understand that. I just wanted to read something a second. I wanted to see how close we were to hitting 30,000 views this month. But I didn't read it. I couldn't load it up on my yeah, YouTube Studio is down. It's Chinese simplified. Oh, okay. Let's put the vid box over there. Do you guys know about space? What about space? Are we talking about the moon, Jupiter, all the moons of Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn? Are we talking about, what are we talking about in that regard? Are we talking about what are we talking about? Are we talking about what in space are we talking about? Are we talking about planets, solar systems, galaxies? I find them interesting. I also find them quite scary as well. If we're talking about like black holes, I find it interesting, but I also find it scary. I also find that concept really scary. Wormholes too. Well, wormholes aren't really proven. Oh, that was a. I didn't expect that that punchline then. I didn't expect the punchline that was going to be the punchline. Gas giants, ice giants, microwave background, cluster stars. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff I find interesting though, Country Ball. So that's why everything I write. That's why every book I write is about. That's why every book I write is about science fiction stuff, because I find that stuff interesting. Like the idea of aliens and everything, I find that interesting. I have to go. See you soon. Thank you, Jack the Overlord. Thank you for all the dark jokes. I did found a lot of those really funny. So thank you, and have a good rest of your day. And we will see you in the next stream. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, that's why I do love space stuff. So, which is why all my books are science fiction stories. I love the idea. I can't go to a new world. I really like the idea of this though. I can't go to another world, but I can write one. But I can create one for you guys. So, I can't create a new world. But I can go to one. But I can create one. If you get what I mean. Which is everything that is very true, yeah. So, but I can create one for you guys through my writing, but I can create a world. I can create an alien world in my writing for you guys, but I can't go to one myself. So writing about them will have to do. So, I've created quite a few planets in my books at this point. I've created the planet of Zaltron. I've created the planet Zaltron. I've created the planet, obviously, the Eletheus. I've created Genav, the Cross-Farxus, Pandaria, Palistarx, so yeah, all those science fiction stories, guys. All those science fiction stories, you know, I can create. So I can create them. I can't go to another world, which I kind of want to, but I can create one. Bro, becoming a scientist. Well, I'm not becoming a scientist. I'm not becoming a scientist. I've created, you know, alien worlds for my books. That's all from one book series, by the way. That's all from Dawn of Planets. Genav, Pandaria, Cross-Farxus, Zaltron, Gliese. Well, Gliese is a real planet that was spotted, so I just basically gave it I used a real planet. I used a real planet that they found, that scientists actually found, and I put people on it. Can you help me with writing my story? Depends what you write. What are you writing? What type of advice do you want? That's because some children now don't see it as necessary, which it is necessary. It is necessary. You know, some children don't see it as necessary when really, you know, it is necessary. You know, it's very very, very necessary. But yeah, guys, like, oh. But yeah, doing my science fiction stuff, guys, it is fun. Big Bang radiations, yeah. Yeah, that's the bit that I find scary, you know, spaghettification. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that, small G big world. You can't. I don't think you can name. I don't think you can name your characters after real people with the name. That's depends what you want to do with that story. But calling them actual people's names is illegal because you don't have permission from them to use their names. What's the time for me? It's currently 8 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. It's currently 8 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can actually name them like Ed Sheeran and Harry Styles because they're genuine, real people. It's currently 10 in the Philippines right now. Yeah, I have to go now. That's alright. Thank you for watching the stream. Oh, my nose, guys. Sorry, my nose is quite itchy. Oh, sorry, my nose is really, really itchy, guys. Right, what we're gonna do, guys, is probably we were gonna build something, but I'm not gonna be able to build my build today. So it's midnight or night? No, I'm behind you. It's 3 in the afternoon for me. Why you ever hate you lie down, but if you go, they will hate you? What? I'm a little bit confused with what you mean there. Oh shit. Take that, creature of evil. He must have been on my balcony. Who does he think he is? I never gave him permission to get up there. They won't let you go out and not let you stay home. Interesting. I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm just trying to load my screen up a second. My screen's being very, very awkward. I just want to I want to check something a second, but I can't check. I wanted to check how many people if we gained any subscribers, but there's a problem with the UK. It sounds fancy. It's not that fancy. Hello, the anime edits. I hope. Thank you. I hope you're having a nice day. Thank you, and you. Welcome to the stream. The UK sounds fancy. The UK isn't that fancy. No country's fancy. Every country's fancy. Good to go to sleep. Have a good rest of your day. Every country is sort of fancy. It's just that some have. Every country has its value. Yeah, welcome, that anime edits. Welcome to the stream. I'm having a really good day. How are you? How are you? Guys, 200 of you have watched this stream, which is just amazing. We're aiming to hit 8,000 views by the end of the month. I would love to see... Now, the UK isn't anything special over here in the Midlands. No... You're probably not looking at it right then. No, the UK is a special country. You just got... Because I am British, guys. The UK is a special country. It's whether you're actually looking at it properly. No, this is not 360. This is Nintendo Switch. The UK is a special country. It has very beautiful places. But you've actually got to go to them. In a way. The UK is a very special country. There's places in the UK that are absolutely beautiful, and I've been to loads of them. But the problem is, most people in the UK aren't willing to go to them. So, for example, one of the best places, in my opinion, is the North Wales. The coastline of North Wales is beautiful. I'm British too, I'm from Hull. Cool. The second most bombed place in World War Two. Yeah, the Germans during the Second War. The Germans during the Second World War bombed loads of places. Coventry got hit heavily. Coventry got hit heavily during the Second World War. To the point Winston Churchill went to Coventry after it was absolutely hammered. Coventry got absolutely hammered in the Second World War, and Winston Churchill said for every bomb dropped on Coventry, Germany would get 3 more. See ya. Have a good rest of your day, GW Ranking. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I disagree with that. The UK is one of the most beautifulest countries there is. The problem is, a lot of people... Yeah, that's why Germany, Bristol... Germany, I mean... That's why London, Birmingham, Bristol and Manchester, Hull were hit so heavily. Because they were important docklands. So that's the Liverpool docks, Hull's docks, the Manchester docks, the Liverpool docks. Places like places like Southampton were absolutely hammered as well, because that was they were trying to bomb the British into submission, which obviously Great Britain had a prime minister back then that basically said for every bomb dropped on Britain, he would make sure the people of Germany got 5 more. For every bomb dropped on Britain were just going to stick it back on Germany. So it was a really interesting point of history that most people bye. Have a good rest of your day, GW Ranking. Thank you for watching. For most people during that time would be like, oh well, we're just getting bombed every night, maybe we should consider signing a peace deal. But the British government at the time were like, no. And he goes, Oxford. Coventry was hit a lot as well. Coventry was hit a lot. 'Cause, surprisingly, though, Blackpool was not hit at all because the German leader at the time, had this idea that Blackpool was going to be basically their holiday town when they won the war. So he basically put down that Blackpool could not be touched. So Winston Churchill turned to the town of Blackpool. Nightbot is a bot which is used by millions of streamers. Now Blackpool was their holiday place. Blackpool was going to be their holiday place, holiday town, if Germany won the war. Yeah, Nightbot's a bot. Nightbot's in millions of people's streams. It's a bot programmed by... Nightbot's an app that you can use to basically moderate your stream for you. So you type in what you want it to say. So that's why it's saying this. Yeah, basically... My game's gone off, guys. Basically, yeah, Blackpool... The Germans wanted Blackpool to be a holiday town when they won the war. So the German leader basically said Blackpool couldn't be touched. So Winston Churchill knew this, and basically the British government turned Blackpool into the biggest RAF base. They used the whole town as an RAF base because the Germans were categorically could not hit it. Because if they had hit it, they would have been in trouble. Yeah, they were going to hit it. They were going to hit, so they couldn't hit it. Hello, Rosanna. Welcome to the stream. They were going to hit it, but they couldn't. It's really interesting. But on that point, though, the UK is a very beautiful country. There's beautiful spots everywhere. Like, you know, the Lake District is beautiful. You know, the thing is, though, when people go on holiday to, like, Spain in the summers... Spain is warm, but there's nothing else. You pretty much sit on the beach. You have the beach, the warm weather, and that's it. Whereas if you go to the UK, you've got... Whereas if you go on holiday in the UK, there's a lot more for you to do on your holiday. Like, you're never bored. But then, that's because it's a city, though. All cities are a mess. That's the thing, though. That's because if you're from the city. All cities are a mess. Basically, most people who live in the city want to go to the countryside. It's a really interesting point of view. Most people in the city want to go on holiday to the beach or the countryside. Well, yeah, every place has that, the anime edits. Every country has that. I prefer that housing, though. I prefer that style. I don't really like skyscrapers. I think they look soulless. I don't really like skyscrapers because I think that they don't blend with the architecture. No, they're still in use. I know they're still in use because they're not. But I meant, like, a lot of towns and cities still have old buildings because Germany didn't hit everything. You know, a lot of old Victorian London was hit during the World War Two, and obviously new buildings came up from World War Two where they were bombed. Well, yeah, everywhere was bombed. They weren't as the bombing of houses wasn't an intention during the Second World War. They just got revamped. Well, yeah, it depends whether they were completely destroyed or they were just slightly damaged. If they were slightly damaged, you might as well just repair them. If they were slightly damaged, you might as well just repair them. If they were slightly damaged, it's just repair them. But if they were totally blown up, then there's no point in rebuilding. You might as well just build a complete new structure. if you get what I mean. Clamp of Joe, yeah. Yeah, some of them only had half the foundation remaining. Yeah, they still had some foundations though. That meant that they still had some sort of foundations. The thing is though, I said this, and I'm saying this, guys, I don't like skyscrapers. I don't like skyscrapers because they don't blend in. They don't blend in with some of the older architecture of cities like London. London has got really old buildings, like 500 years old, and then 500 years old. Then suddenly you go down the street and there's just this metal thing sticking out of the, going high into the sky. I was in Berlin. I was in Berlin on a college trip a few years ago, and their buildings, their new, more modern buildings, blend in quite well with the more older buildings. They're not really a waste of money. You know, technically, if you build big buildings up, it's cheaper than basically building loads of houses. It's cheaper than building... It's cheaper than building loads of houses in a way. You could have, let's say, 100 people per floor. You could have 100 floors, 100 people, you know. You could have, say, 100 families per floor. You've probably got more space. There's probably more space there than building up, you know, 1,000 houses. In that way, it kind of works, but it's the fact that they don't blend in with what's around it, and half of them look like eyesores, like the Twin Towers. And most New Yorkers hated the Twin Towers when they were built. When the Twin Towers were built in the 1970s, people actually hated them because they thought they looked ugly. And they thought they were eyesores. But obviously they were grown to be loved. But it's like that. I guarantee it, back in the day, like the Tower, not the Tower of London, because the Tower of London is like 1,000 years old. Tower Bridge, I guarantee Tower Bridge, people looked at Tower Bridge and thought it looked ugly at the time. Now, obviously, Tower Bridge is obviously beautiful. It's probably the beautifulest bridge in the world. The most famous bridge in the world is probably Tower Bridge. Yeah. Thank you to everyone that's watched this stream so far. 214 of you. Wow. I'm probably going to end this stream soon, guys, because I'm slightly knackered. But, is that a jockey or two standing next to each other? It is. It's not. I just want to replant my flower. Anyway, guys, I'm probably going to end the stream now, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.